Howdy y'all, DW Verts, Hit Billy Outdoors here. We're going to talk a little bit more arrowhead hunting today. Try to teach you guys something about how to find arrowheads and where to look for arrowheads. Hope you can get something out of this, okay? Stay tuned, we'll come back at you in a second. Well, here's the deal, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen. What you have to do, you have to figure, and this gets pretty entailed maybe, the habitation that happened here over the last 10 or 12,000 years. This farm here overlooks that huge creek bottom way down there. I mean, what are we, 3/4 mile from a creek maybe? Oops, that was not very good. Too bright out here, I can't see. Beautiful day though. So, you have to ask yourself, where did these people live? I'm going to do a whole video or two on that. But basically they lived near waterways. They had to have water. So that's why you see folks hunting all the time in field bottoms. And the plowed bottoms, which we don't hardly get plowed anymore. That's a whole other subject. So that's part of the hunting, the creek bottoms themselves. I've been trying to do that and show y'all it's part of it. But you've also got this secondary areas, and sometimes they were primary areas, above the creeks. These places on that first natural terrace above the creek, and we're actually on a pretty good hill overlooking that creek. I mean, gorgeous down through there. So they had campsites for thousands of years and places they lived, and so what I've got here is other places to find points and artifacts that people don't generally look. And I'm around this guy's got his hay piled up here, he's got his grain bins, he's got equipment storage, and he's got a road cut off through the place. And here I just got here. I'm just, what's that? Now, I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna find an arrowhead, guys. But guess what? There's debitage. Look at that. There's a flake there. Can you see that? There's another one. Right there. That's a flake. There's another one. Oh my gosh, they're all over the place because this is where they live. This is where they work. This is where they made their arrowheads. Guys, there's debitage of flakes right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Oh my, look at them. Look at that. There's a flake. Hope I can see that in the camera. There's a flake. Oh, I almost thought that was a piece of a point. The fact is, I find points in places like this without even having to, look at that. Am I getting this cut everywhere? Flake after flake. So this is a place, look, there's a pretty one right there. So I'm going to do a quick walk around here. I haven't done this for a few years in this spot. And see if I can find something right up here on top where people drive and people work and people still do what they did years ago, trying to make a living off the land. And I found enough points doing this over the years to make it well worthwhile. And people skip over this. And here I am showing everybody in a video. Boy, there's a nice flake right there. Nice one. So I'm going to do a quick walk around. I ought to pick all this stuff up and show you the pile of nice pieces. And they're just flakes. But flakes are part of the clue, part of the trail. I mean, look at way over here off the side. I hope this thing's picking this up. They're everywhere. Thousands and thousands of pieces of debitage. And once in a while you'll find a point. It just dawned on me how stupid I am trying to do a video like this in summertime. Winter is absolutely the best time to try this, because one of the places that I find stuff, and I don't think anybody ever looks for points on purpose like I do in these areas. Those barn roofs, where they come down, especially at the steep angle like that one, or that one, there's no gutter, nothing to catch water drip. It's all grassed in right now, but that water comes off sometimes in a torrent, and guess what it does? It hits the ground, it digs a hole in the ground all the way around these barns. And boy, is that a quick indicator of what you've got in the area, because I found points, pieces, found some pretty stuff underneath those drip edges. Even these grain bins, wintertime, all around the base of those grain bins will be a bare line of rock. And it's amazing how many pieces over the years come out of that. It's not going to happen today because the grass is thick and there's critters in it that like to eat fat boys. That's just another point, trying to make you guys a place you can find stuff. Even this little drip edge right here, it's not real steep. Well, I'll go up in here, way through the chiggers. Hold on a second. But see that right there? Where the sun hasn't got to it? Look at this. Now, do I see anything right now? No, there's a piece. There's a chunk. But this will be all the way around old. Well, that's not ancient. An old piece of brick or something. The old culvert, look at that. That's old. Not ancient man old, but still. But this is what you look for. I don't know anybody else that hunts this. Okay, so luckily for me, I'm not trying to impress anybody, but seriously, a 10 or 15 minute walk around this little farm up here on top of this hill. I could have picked up 1,000 pieces. Some interesting stuff. Really, again, finely made flakes. Piece of cooked Burlington shirt. Just pretty stuff. Banded shirt. Jeff City shirt. This, without being cleaned up, well, look at that pretty sugar quartz. I don't understand the sugar quartz. I've never seen sugar quartz with so many pretty ripples and bands in it. This is a piece. It was a. I don't think it's a core. I think it was actually a one-time maybe tool. Been hit on all the way around. Ugly, but maybe something to dig with. Who knows? But obviously man-made. And then this here, broken, ancient, shaped, sanded on, ground on. Neat. Just goes in a pile. I don't throw anything like that away. It's just too cool. It was used at one time or another for something. So, I'm going to go across the way here, another part of this farm, and look real quick. This, again, wasn't really planned. Not trying to impress anybody. I'm trying to teach y'all something. Hopefully, building this channel, you guys are going to figure out my whole point is to teach stuff. So, I'm going to run over to this other farm real quick. I'll probably drive over. It's a little bit warm. And I'm too round for running. I'll be back in just a second. So been a few hours since I was out that second spot doing some point hunting. Life gets in the way, busy. I'm going to go out here for just a few more minutes. I don't have a lot of time. But I'm going to go to another farm and try to do some of the same things, some of that hunting around some buildings and things. This is what I come up with the second spot. Nothing fantastic. Couple pieces of pottery. Pottery's cool. This thing here, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the rock is. Hit on, almost heat treated, really cool. I've never seen. It's almost heavy enough to be like hematite, and it has some properties of hematite. Interesting. And it flakes and guys, I could have picked up 10,000 flakes like this. But it's a sign that you're in the right area. That's the point there. Pretty flakes. I thought that was a point for sure when it was laying on the ground like that. Some cooked rock. Again, rock has been treated. You can see by the glossiness. This is just a chunk. It's been broke off for thousands of years. And then I got into some of this. Well, let's look at this one. I should wash this off. I know it's a lot prettier if it's washed off. This has been hit all the way around. Was it a one-time tool? I mean, it's been hit all the way around. I don't think it's just broke where it was broke. Well, maybe, you know what? No, I believe it's broke. I believe it's half. I believe it used to be way this big. Some sort of hoe. But look at that, really finely made end. This is all on the ground around barns, around buildings. Another real pretty flake. I don't know if this camera's going to bring out the colors in it. Some heat treated work there. And then these here, I've heard these things called thumb scrapers over the years. I don't get what thumb scraper means. All three of these are complete, not perfect. They've been hit on all the way around, been worked. All the edges are worked. That makes it more of a true artifact to me. Just a little bitty fine flakes. I guess you can see that good enough. Thumb scrapers. Guys, I've scraped, and this is almost a uni-face, truthfully. I've scraped a lot of hides over the years. I don't know how you use a thumb scraper. I don't get that. So that's interesting. I'm going to run down to another spot, another farm above a creek, and I'm going to try to find something else real quick and try to teach you guys more stuff about location, what we're looking for. Okay, before I wade out into this, I want to point out something else. Besides these old farms, old homesteads, again, we're above another creek, off in the distance there. Got the barns, got the outbuildings, maybe not growed up as bad. Also, in addition, feedlots. There's nothing in here right now. These feedlots are on top of these hills above the creeks. Guess what those cows do? They beat that ground up. It's amazing how many things I've found over the years. Right here where the cows walk and keep the dirt turned up. Biggest Melville I ever found in my life was just over that hill in a feedlot that's all growed up now. Old hog lot. So we're gonna walk out through here and see if we can find something. So I just came through the gate, started seeing some debitage and stuff right away, and I already see the first one up here right in front of me. Boy, there's debitage right there. There's something. Laying right there on top. Our soil around here is very thin. We're all rock. What do you got there? Oh, look at that thin. Oh my gosh. It's busted on the end. It never had a notch, or it's a right side notch, I'm pretty sure. No, maybe not. No, it's got too much. Boy, that thing is thin though. Look at that. So there's a good start right there. Pretty cool. Not much here to look at, but now that was right in the road. I mean, that thing's been drove on coming out of that gate. Look at that. How's that for cool? Finally get to be a little hero here. So we're going to keep on looking. You know, I just realized I left my pick and stick back at the truck. How stupid is that? A couple things I'm looking at here. Big old rock been hit on. Oh, dadgum. Thought that was something. I need to get my stick and look at that. Oh, well, no, it's nothing. Been whacked on over the years though. Maybe it was a hammerstone one time, busted in half. Cool, huh? Well, I think that one's nature napped. Yeah, you're going to find a lot of that too, so. Okay, get on down through here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ho, 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 look at that. Look at that. Oh man, it's broke. Oh man, look at this though, right here. Look at that. Look at that blade. Oh my gosh. Wow. Guys, that's an oldie. That back's not broken, that's the way it was made. It's just missing, oh man, missing 3/4 inch to an inch at the front. Look at that. Thin, finely made. Maybe a Sedalia. I think it's older than Sedalia. It's hard to say. Look at that flaking. There's two in 35 feet. Means we're going to load the boat or we're already done. Okay. Do this some more. Okay, y'all, I know it ain't a lot. That was less than 10 minutes of looking right there. I'm going to go around this other side and see how growed up it is. There's a lot of grass. It's not the best situations. Look how, boy, some thin pieces. These have been drove on by tractors and trucks over the years, stepped on by cows. Isn't that cool? I mean, that's a win anytime. So we're going to go around the corner here and see what the hog farm looks like. So I hope everyone enjoyed that video. It went a little bit long, I know. Just trying to show y'all some places to look, some new ideas. Just keep in mind that we build our farms, we live in the places exact to the inch where ancient man did thousands of years ago. So those old barnyards, feedlots, roads cut through the timber, where farming practices happen above the creeks, is always a good place to look. I've got more stuff like this, more ideas I'll be sharing. I actually shot another video already this week. I hunted some more creeks, found some neat little things. So as long as y'all keep liking, I'm going to keep sending stuff your way. God bless. Hope everybody's doing well out there.